Let's talk about Azure Containers in this video. Containers are lightweight virtual environment. Containers are similar to virtual machine in the sense that it is also virtualized, but the way it works underneath is completely different. Let's see how containers are different from virtual machines. First of all, containers are not completely isolated from the host operating system. If you are using virtual machine, then each virtual machine will have its own operating system, so it will be completely isolated from the underlying host operating system. But when you are using containers, all of those containers deployed will share the underlying host machine's operating system. So containers are not fully isolated from the host operating system like we do for virtual machines. The next one is performance. Because containers are lightweight, they start in seconds as opposed to virtual machine taking even minutes to start. Because it has full operating system and it needs to start that operating system, it will take time. So the startup time of virtual machine is not as fast as container, and it is not lightweight either. And also because virtual machine uses the full operating system, it will use more CPU and RAM than what container uses. And also containers are more portable because you can deploy this on any host operating system as long as that host operating system is compatible. Now we know what is a container and what is the difference between virtual machine and containers. Let's see what are all the container services offered by Azure. In Azure, we have 3 different container services. The first one is called Azure Container Instance. This is the most basic service that we get from Azure. This is fast and simple way to run container. So if you have container image uploaded somewhere, you can configure Azure Container Instance to pull that container image and run it. So this is like a platform as a service. You don't need to manage anything other than configuring your container instance. The next one is called Azure Container Apps. This is very similar to Azure Container Instance, but it also gives you ability to load balance and scale your containers. So these 2 options are not available in container instance. But if you want to load balance and scale your containers, then it is better to go with Azure Container Apps. And the last one is called Azure Kubernetes Service, also known as AKS. This is basically a managed Kubernetes service offered by Azure. This will give you full container orchestration support. And in many cases, you may not need this, but if you need that full container orchestration support, then you also have this service. Okay, I hope this is useful. Thank you.